Keep talking. I think your volume's low.
Which music?
Did you screw around with your microphone?
Nope.
Because
Is it
your
low?
volume is way low.
Let's go to it and look. No, my volume is still good.
Is it exactly where it was at?
Yeah, it hadn't moved at all.
Oh, it's because you're not talking into it properly.
I mean, like this?
Yeah. Speak into the goddamn thing. Okay.
I am speaking into it.
Good. Now talk normal.
Normal talk.
We're in a trouble. See, now that's not normal. You talk louder than you just were.
Well, it's probably because I was just talking low for a minute there.
Oh, well, don't talk now.
I am talking now. I'm talking just like I'm talking.
Okay, are you ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Are you
my
ready to
knees-
show people what this is all about?
my balls?
No.
Oh.
Time to dance, Frank.
My hair going wild.
Oh my goodness, final live stream of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, we actually kicked this off just about a year ago. Originally started out, it was me, Frank, Shim, and Lan. Shim has moved on to other endeavors. Lan will be back here soon. Icky was supposed to join us tonight, but something came up, so he's not able to join us. Hopefully he'll be able to join us next Wednesday, because I got some real fun things lined up for Icky.
I did
But
see
he's
that
busy man. What's that?
Shim had his Facebook hacked.
I did.
So
I saw
he had to
that
get it.
too.
He
Yeah.
had to get for hopping different countries and clicking on links you shouldn't be clicking on, Shim.
That reminds me of when the Olympics were in Russia. There was a news report about how this is how easy it is to get hacked over here in Russia. And so they had this guy. He got off the plane and he goes out into the public area, and literally he's just clicking on random public Wi-Fi networks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, no shit. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
I'll do it.
See, Vero's apparently liking the beards there, Frank.
Yeah, I just decided not to shave since November, so it's still going.
No shame in that.
Basically since Thanksgiving. But when it gets warm, we'll get rid of it. Just keep my face warm right now.
She says we look distinguished. Damn straight. Oh, shit, I just totally skipped ahead of the song. All right, so here's what we got coming up. We're going to do 2 movie drafts tonight. We're going to get to Nicolas Cage and Bradley Cooper. Things you didn't know about the Wheel of Fortune, the first iPhone, Third Rock from the Sun, and Malcolm in the Middle. Plus,
It's coming back.
Oh, that's right, it is.
Disney's not going to let it die. They're bringing it back. Till
That
they're
was
90.
That's the thing. Both of these shows were really, really good. Third Rock from the Sun, I think, highly underrated.
Yeah.
We're also going to have AI poorly describe more movies. So I'm going to read the description to Frank. He's going to have to guess what the movie is. We're also celebrating some albums that are going to turn 35 years old here in 2025. And so what I've done is I have compiled some pictures together that describe the title of the album. And then Frank is going to have to figure out what album it is that we're talking about. And you can hear my dog possibly going berserk right outside my window. But first things first, let's get to some YouTube polls there, Frank.
Oh, more polls.
Some polls. Let me see here. All right, we covered this one last week. What was the best 80s action figure series? I want to see what I want to see what you guess on this one again, now that because it's up over 1,300 votes now.
I'm still going with He-Man. That's what people associate with toys in the 80s.
All right. Well, the options were G.I. Joe, He-Man, Thundercats, and Transformers. You're sticking with He-Man?
Yeah.
No, I think it's the same that was last week. Was Transformers?
Transformers?
I think was it G.I. Joe last week? Let me know.
No, I think it was Transformers. I think I went with G.I. Joe last week. But yeah.
No, here's a Christmas one for you. What is the best Christmas movie of all time? A lot of comments on this one too. Die Hard. Look, I'm all on the Die Hard as a Christmas movie train, but stick to the options there, folks. So we had A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, and Elf. What do you think won that poll?
If I believe right, I think everybody went with Christmas Vacation.
No.
It was Elf, wasn't it?
No.
Christmas Story. Home Alone.
Home Alone. 54% of people voted for Home Alone. There was also a comment in there that somebody said that the person who made this poll has to be young based on the movies that are there. And all I responded with was, how would you define young?
I mean, that was like basically our age range when we were, what?
Yeah,
the
it's from
earliest one was
mid 80s, which was Christmas Story, up until 2000, which was Elf.
Was Elf in 2000? I thought that was like 2002.
What, 2000s, early 2000s.
Oh, okay. I was getting precise.
Well, let me see here. Elf, 2003, actually.
There you
go. So yeah, like I never got a response on that. At least none that I saw. I'll have to go back and look. But I found that interesting because I was like, because they were like, otherwise they would have put, oh hell, no, It's a Wonderful Life, and they listed a few other movies in there as well that were like Christmas movies, and I'm like, so you're talking about like old as dirt people that watch those movies because we're in our 40s.
You got a boomer.
Vero says none of the above. Are you talking about those movies? See, Vero, you have terrible taste when it comes to Christmas movies. I'm sorry to break it to you. Those are all
Polar
fantastic.
Express.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. All
Kiss Meets Santa. Did she go with Kiss Meets Santa?
All right, next YouTube poll. Is The Hateful Eight a good movie? Because remember we talked about Hateful Eight. It was released on Christmas Day, actually. So there's 4 options here, Frank. Is The Hateful Eight a good movie? Yes, it's Tarantino's at his best. Yes, it's good, but not Tarantino's best. No, I don't like it. Or no, it's almost as boring as The Godfather. Which one do you think won the poll?
I think people went with, yeah, but it's not as greatest.
You are correct, sir. 70% of people said yes, it's good, but not Tarantino's best. 5% said no, it's almost as boring as The Godfather.
In your opinion.
Terrible movie. All right. Now I started putting up polls about movies that are celebrating big anniversaries coming up here in 2025. So the first one was, you can watch one of these movies from 1985. Which one are you watching? The 4 options are Back to the Future, The Breakfast Club, The Goonies, or Pee-wee's Big Adventure. What do you think won that poll?
Back to the Future is winning that one. I'm pretty sure, hands down. Probably followed by Goonies. Yeah.
What do you think came in third, then? You're on a roll.
What were the last 2 again?
The Breakfast Club or Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
It'll be Breakfast Club then Pee-wee's, because Pee-wee was such a chic audience.
Really?
It had to be like, it was for like specific people love Pee-wee, and everybody else is just, that's a weird movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so 58% of people voted for Back to the Future, 22% voted for The Goonies, 15% for Breakfast Club, 6% for Pee-wee's Big Adventure. All right, next one here. You can watch one of these movies from 1990. Which one are you watching? The 4 options are Goodfellas, Total Recall, Days of Thunder, or The Hunt for Red October. What do you think won the poll?
Critters 2. I said Critters 2.
Was that 1990?
I don't know, maybe. It's gonna be Goodfellas, I do believe.
Yeah, 59% of people voted for that. What do you think came in second?
Days of Thunder.
No, Days of Thunder actually came in last. Total Recall came in second.
Wow.
Hunt for Red
Okay,
October came in third.
okay, yeah. I can see that because everyone likes Arnold and
All right, next poll. And this one's kind of even across the board. Like, it's pretty close all the way around. You can only watch one of these movies from 1995. Which one are you watching? The 4 options are Seven, Braveheart, Casino, or Jumanji. What do you think won the poll?
Jumanji was just on a couple days ago.
Oh my God, ADD.
Yeah, sorry. I'll probably go Braveheart then Casino, but I could also see it being Casino then Braveheart. I think those are the 2 that most people were on.
Well, you got it right with the first one. Braveheart won the poll. Coming in second was Jumanji. Coming in third was Casino, and coming in fourth was Seven.
Yeah, Seven is, again, that's one of those kind of movies that you either liked it or you didn't.
And it was truly pretty even. 34% of people voted for Braveheart, 25% for Jumanji, 22% for Casino, and 19% for Seven.
You ever seen like the behind the scenes stuff with Robin on Jumanji?
I think I've seen bits and pieces on like Instagram and stuff. I never watched like a full, behind the scenes featurette.
He would just go off on his own thing like he normally does, to the point that Christopher Columbus, the director, he director of that movie, Christopher Columbus?
I think so. Was he?
I believe so.
Also, we just found out that he bowed out of Christmas Vacation because Chevy Chase was such a dick.
Yeah, went to Home Alone. But yeah, like he had to basically yell at Robin because Robin would
No, Joe Johnston was the director.
Joe Johnston. Okay, yeah. Then he just had to yell at. It was like yelling at him because he would go off and do his own thing. And he was like, "My man, we can't spend all day recording you doing, 20 million different ideas. Yeah, riffing through this." But he was doing a lot of like inappropriate stuff too. Apparently, it's like there's a director's cut out there where he's pretty inappropriate in it. Like if people are saying that should be out there.
Well, that's like Mrs. Doubtfire. There's a post that goes around frequently that's like, Robin Williams ad-libbed so much on Mrs. Doubtfire that there's actually a G, a PG, a PG-13, an R, and an NC-17 version of the movie. There's not. That's completely made up. Now, he did do a lot of extra takes, but there's no extra versions of the movie. Nobody actually went and pieced that thing together. Now, they did say that they could probably come up with a rated R version based on some of the stuff, but going as far as NC-17, that ain't happening.
Nah, but there's some clips out there where, yeah, they bleep out what he says, but it's like, Jesus, Robin, it's a kid's movie.
Like you've seen when he was on Sesame Street with Elmo?
Yeah.
He's got the stick.
Yeah. I was like, oh!
All right, 2 more YouTube polls here. Would you rather have a post go viral on social media or have a small, loyal following on social media? What do you think won the poll, Frank?
Everybody wants to go viral, so I would probably say viral.
No.
Oh, wow.
83% of people said they would rather have a small, loyal following on social media.
And then there's me, who could give 2 shits about either one of them.
That's true. All right, final YouTube poll here. This one just went up today. It's about movies from the year 2000. Did you just try to do it?
Did it cut me off again?
Yeah, it makes no sound. Like, yeah, whatever. Better. It gets better. But yeah, whatever pitch you're hitting, your microphone doesn't like it, man.
Right, Carrie.
Yeah. All right, you can only watch one of these movies from the year 2000. Which one are you watching? The 4 options are Gladiator, X-Men, American Psycho, or Meet the Parents.
Man, I know everyone's going to pick Gladiator, but I would have gone with X-Men just because I wanted to see that happen.
All right, so your pick is Gladiator?
No, my pick is X-Men.
Oh. No.
But it is Gladiator.
46% of people voted for Gladiator. So make sure you guys check out these YouTube polls. You can find them over on my YouTube channel. If you go to, so again, it might be labeled differently depending on what you're looking at. But if you go directly to The Real Brandalorian on YouTube, you'll see home and videos and shorts kind of on the bar on the top, and you'll see posts. That's where you can find all of these YouTube polls. Some people, it's labeled community. So all that stuff is there. Also right up there is membership as well. This is something that Frank and I are going to be working on here coming up for 2025. So as of right now, there's 2 different membership tiers. 99 cents as a channel supporter, $4.99 as a Memberlorian. If you're a channel supporter, you get yourself a Brandalorian sticker pack. Anna's in the chat. Anna knows what that's all about, especially also being a Memberlorian, because you'll get one of your... essentially, you get a t-shirt with one of these designs on the t-shirt if you become a Memberlorian. If you want to do it for a month and then cancel and get the t-shirt out of it, I don't care. Go right ahead. It's perfectly fine. But we're going to start doing a movie club for 2025. And I'm still kind of trying to flesh out the idea of how I want to do this. But I kind of like, the movie club is open to everybody. but I want to do weekly giveaways. It's one of the advantages with the growth that my YouTube channel has had here in 2025. I'm actually starting to turn a little bit of a profit. So I'm bringing in money, and I want to use that to give back to the people who are following the channel. And so essentially what I want to do is every week I'm going to recommend a different movie. Some of them are going to be really well-known movies. Other ones are going to be weird movies that I know about that I think people should watch. And then what I want to do is for anybody, because you could do like a membership thing over on Instagram as well, right, Frank?
Can you? I don't know.
I
You're
think you
asking the
can.
guy that pays no attention to social media.
Well, I gave you the job to figure out how to do this stuff.
I share memes.
Jesus Christ.
I know you can do that on Twitch.
Yeah, I don't want to do Twitch. But essentially,
Oh,
like,
and
if you, okay, so at least on YouTube.
TikTok.
At least on YouTube, if you become a member, and I'll probably adjust the tiers. I'm just going to make it one standard tier or something. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this yet. Or if you just become a channel supporter, it's 99 cents a month. But essentially, every week, I am going to recommend a movie. We'll start with, let's say, Tombstone, which is obviously going to be one of the movies that we're going to be doing in this movie club.
You're a daisy if you do.
And then one of the things that I want to do is then every week, whichever movie I'm recommending for the movie club, I'm going to go purchase something from that movie. And then that will be the giveaway for that week. So if it's Tombstone, let's say,
Colt 45?
I'm not, yeah, tuberculosis.
Ah.
So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get it so that I can, it might be like a movie poster or something like that. Something that I can find that's pretty affordable online. I'm going to purchase it. And then essentially I'm just going to do a random drawing every week for everybody who is a member on YouTube or Instagram or wherever you can be a member, and subscribe, for like 99 cents a month or something like that. Your name goes in the pool, and then every single month I'll just do a random ass drawing, or every week, and then you guys will get some free shit out of it. So if you're interested in that, let me know.
Free shit. Free shit.
Where were we? What are we gonna do here? Oh, it's movie draft time already, Frank.
Oh, movie. What are we doing?
We're gonna do Nicolas Cage first, but I totally
Nicolas
forgot.
Cage. I mean, Nicholas, Cap, whatever.
Because I needed to. See, I was gonna go based on IMDb's list. Is this their list? No, it's just somebody else made this list. Hold on. See, I don't have all of these movie posters. That's unfortunate.
Oh no, we're gonna get you, huh?
Yeah, it's all right. Well, because it's difficult to tell, because I don't like the lists where it's like, oh, the person was in it for 5 minutes, but the movie was good, so it counts, you know? Like, that crap drives me nuts. Yeah, there's a lot, actually, of Nicolas Cage movies that I don't have. Oh, see, I totally forgot about this one.
Nick Cage.
This is a great movie. Jesus, hold on here. Pardon me while I get completely distracted by this. Yeah, well, excuse me while I whip this out. Actually, that's what I'll do. Let me give you a little background on music here. Hold on, I need to download a couple of these.
Where
are we going? Yeah, I missed a lot of Nicolas Cage movies, man.
How do you say his uncle's name again? Francis Ford
Coppola?
Coppola, yeah, because his name's actually Nicholas Coppola.
Yeah.
And in Fast Times, he actually goes by Francis Coppola, and then he changed his name, or Nicholas Coppola, and then he changed the last name.
All right, I just need to make sure I get, because I'm going to go by IMDb here on their. Okay, I got IMDb ready to roll here, Frank. You'll get to go first.
You know what? You could, if you could nail it, you could like get all three of probably his best movies, or that he had in a row. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not. I do have, before we're done with this, I do have a true just triple feature that I would do of Nicolas Cage. If I can get all these movies, it'd be great. But if not, it's not the end of the world. But let me get situated here. It's the last live stream of 2024. I'm tired, Frank. I'm tired, man.
New year, new you, new year, new you.
Nicolas Cage, celebrating the birthday, January 7th, 1964. So we're doing a movie draft. Frank is going to choose first. I'm going to go second, and then we're going to go to an IMDb ranking for the other movies for the third one. So essentially what we're doing is we are trying to build the ultimate triple feature of Nicolas Cage movies, but we're doing it draft style. So once one movie is chosen, it's off the board. Nobody else can pick that movie. So Frank.
Yes.
What is your first Nicolas Cage movie?
I'm gonna go with the one he won the Oscar for, Leaving Las Vegas.
Hey-oh, there you go.
Not only is he good in that, you get to see Elizabeth Shue's boobies.
Okay, I forgot that Frank's obsession with Elizabeth Shue. Leaving Las Vegas. All right, so that essentially opens the door here for me to completely and utterly dominate with the movies that I want for Nicolas Cage, because I'm gonna start things off with Con Air, baby.
I'm gonna say like the three in a row he had in the '90s, The Rock, Con Air, and Face Off. If you could nail those three, we gotta say it. I mean,
ruin it.
IMDb is gonna take one of them where I was, so.
IMDb is not, because I got the list right here.
Well, I definitely was going
so the
to.
IMDb, the top one, although I'm not going to include Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, although he was a voice on that one, and it actually is leading to him being Spider-Man Noir. I am skipping over that one, and we're going to go with a little movie called Adaptation.
Adaptation.
And
that
then the
kind of weird one.
second movie, Leaving Las Vegas, actually number 4 on this list. But see, this is how this completely opens the door for me, where I could hopefully get all this done, unless you're going to be a jerk about it.
Yeah, I'm going to be a jerk. I'm getting one of those.
And then, apparently this is a really crappy pixelated version of it, but Moonstruck.
Sure slaps the hell out of him.
All right, well then I'm going to go with one of my all-time favorites. Let's ride.
Ah, Gone in 60 seconds.
60 seconds,
okay.
Baby. All right, Frank.
Well, that alters one of mine now, because I thought you were going to pick a different one. First, I'll go with The Rock.
Welcome to The Rock.
Because Sean Connery has the best one-liner in any movie ever. Oh, you married the prom
Go
queen.
home and fuck the prom. Or was it? Winners.
Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. And then my next one would be Face Off. We're gonna take his
There
face
you go.
off.
Face off.
Face. I love all the memes where they're like, look how Nicolas Cage has changed through the years, and when it gets to that year, it puts Travolta's face there, and it'll keep going on with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, so the triple feature that I was thinking of was going to be Con Air, Gone in 60 Seconds, and The Rock. It was those three.
I thought if you could pull off the trifecta of The Rock, Con Air, and Face Off, like he ruled the mid-90s at that point.
See, I'm flip-flopping Gone in 60 Seconds with Face Off, man.
There you go.
But this is one that I actually totally forgot about that I just downloaded for now, which I'm perfectly fine with taking number 3. Matchstick Men.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Saw that once, and it's a great movie, yeah.
Little Sam Rockwell. And then, of course, coming in third for the IMDb, Triple feature. Can you guess what it is, Frank?
Lord of War.
No.
Oh.
Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona. Lord of War was good though.
Lord of War was a good movie. Let me see the rest of this list here. What do we got? This one's number 6.
Pig.
Where's my
Yeah.
pig?
Someone kills his truffle finding pig, and he's got to go out and get revenge.
I remember seeing this movie in the theater.
Really?
You ever seen it?
No.
So it's your standard movie where he's married to Sarah Jessica Parker. They're in Vegas, and for some reason, James Caan. It's like Sarah Jessica Parker reminds him of his ex-wife or something like that.
Okay.
So he dupes Nicolas Cage into losing a bunch of money, and he's like, "Look, you can either pay me like $1 million or whatever the amount is, or let me spend a weekend with your wife."
Oh, so it was what was the other Indecent Proposal?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And here's another really quick before we wrap up the Nicolas Cage movie draft. Here's well, we have to get to this because of the bees! The bees! But that's not the one I wanted to bring up. The one I wanted to bring up, which is actually a really good movie, is Trapped in Paradise.
Yep, that is a good movie.
Just a hokey, cheesy comedy and holiday movie, actually, as well.
Dana Carvey's great in that movie.
Yeah.
We gotta go outside. We gotta have ourselves, we're gonna do things and stuff.
All right, so our triple features. Frank has Leaving Las Vegas, The Rock, Welcome to the Rock, and Face Off. I have Con Air, Gone in 60 Seconds, and Matchstick Men. And then the IMDb list is Adaptation, Moonstruck, and Raising Arizona. All right, Frank, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm about ready.
Things that you did not know about Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. I always thought it was filmed in Miami for some reason.
All right, so it debuted on January 6th, 1975 with Chuck Woolery as the host.
Mm-hmm.
And Chuck Woolery was around for a while. Pat Sajak didn't actually take over until 1981. Originally, the puzzle board required manual letter turning by Vanna White.
Yeah.
Remember, she would walk up and she would flip them.
Yep.
It was
I remember when
upgraded.
they turned it over.
It was upgraded in 1997 to a computerized touchscreen board, significantly speeding up gameplay and reducing technical hiccups. I don't understand how that would reduce the technical hiccups, though, because literally this, I think, is a lot simpler than having a piece of technology that if it doesn't turn on, you don't see the letter. But that's just me.
They figured it out.
I do remember my grandparents had the Wheel of Fortune board game.
Yeah, we had
And
it too.
It would give you the puzzle, and you would have to go, like, if somebody R or whatever the word is, you'd have to flip to the back and look up that puzzle and see where the R's are. So like it was a little more convoluted. Where when I was a kid, like I was probably 6 or 7 years old, I was like, oh, I'll just look at the puzzle and then I'll just flip them, and it would piss my dad off to no end because I'd always forget a couple. So like 3 turns down the road, I'm like, oh wait, that's an E, or like I'd have to go back and reflip it.
I used to, because in those days you only got a certain amount of cards, and after a while you just had to reuse them. And so we would always, like, when we get to the point where we had done them all, you would play it with like maybe a new friend or people that had come over and didn't know, and you already knew all the answers, and you would sit there and just completely own the game because you knew all the answers to everything.
So before the show, contestants are given a chance to practice spinning the iconic wheel. It weighs over 2,400 pounds. So producers want to ensure that participants know how to handle it without injury or difficulty.
Right.
Which wheel would you rather spin? Wheel of Fortune wheel or Price is Right wheel?
I kind of dig the Price is Right one, because, I mean, at least you've already won something from them.
It's true.
When you
Well,
get to that
maybe.
point.
No, yeah, because you made it up on stage. You won the prize that you bid on.
You won the first prize that you bid on, and then you possibly won a second one, depending on what the game was that you had to play there. And now you're going to the showcase. So
Did you know the used letterboard on the Wheel of Fortune, which shows which letters have already been called, was introduced in 1997 to help contestants keep track and minimize repeated guesses? Before this, they had to remember it. Now, the change greatly improved gameplay flow.
You know, the funny thing is, I think I had noticed a few times, like people after they spin the wheel, they look up, and I always wondered like what they were looking at, and that would make sense if that's where the
board
screen
is.
to show them what's been picked, and then they kind of can look at the wall and see. Yeah, that is interesting.
Vanna White never wears the same outfit twice. With thousands oh gosh, I don't know. Let me look that up.
Sorry, Vanna.
Vanna is 67. Still looks good for 67. With thousands of episodes under her belt, she has showcased an extensive wardrobe collection, and designers often submit outfits specifically for her appearances.
All right.
And finally, despite airing 5 nights a week. Oh, where the hell did that picture go? Son of a bitch. Hold on, Frank.
Copyrighted. I was going to say, do you remember what her husband looked like?
No.
He was a boat cruise captain, and he was like one of those guys that he would have the comb over. He had the beard, and he had those like bottle glasses that he would wear. And I always wondered, and I think a lot of people did, is like, well, if he's out on the cruise, do you think Vanna has just like random guys coming over because she's in?
I don't know.
She's in
but I chose
Los
this
Angeles.
picture. I chose this picture specifically because of Pat Sajak's look.
He looks thrilled, by the way.
So, and finally, despite airing 5 nights a week, the show's hosts typically only work about 4 days per month. They film multiple episodes in a single day, sometimes as many as 6 to maximize efficiency.
Plus, his son went to the same school as the Rugrats' son. If people didn't know it.
What?
They did an episode of Rugrats where, like, Pat Sajak's son goes to the school of, like, Tommy Pickles.
Like, where the hell are you going with that?
Pat Sajak has, like, a cameo, a cartoon version of himself in the series.
Jesus. I'll leave it to you.
You're welcome, America.
All right, here we go. The first iPhone. Things that you did not know about it, or more likely forgot about if you're of our age. When was it released? Hold on here. I got the wrong date.
What was it?
Because I thought I had it listed that it was released in January, but I don't think the original iPhone was. I think the original iPhone came out on June 29th, 2007. I'm not quite sure why I was doing this now, because that information is incorrect.
Oh.
But we'll roll with it. So yeah, so it was released June 29th, 2007. It sold over 6 million units. And it was actually discontinued just shortly, like a year later, by the way. The original iPhone launched without an app store.
Mm-hmm.
Users were limited to actually, don't forget the pictures here. Users were limited to the pre-installed apps, and Steve Jobs initially envisioned third-party apps being accessed through Safari as web applications. Basic features like copy and paste were not available on the first iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And this limitation was not addressed until the iPhone OS 3.0 in 2009, leaving early users to get creative when moving text around. I still remember my assistant down in Florida, Ashley, who's now actually doing amazing for herself down in radio down there. I remember when she got one, I think it was for Christmas maybe, or her birthday. And she didn't have a case, because remember, cases weren't really that big of a thing.
No.
So she just She carried around the box that it came in to keep the phone safe.
Yeah. I just remember like people were very standoffish from it because they didn't trust it right away. I mean, I remember I had like the iPod when one of the first iPods. I still have it somewhere, like from 2003, and it was about the same size as the iPhone. And I just remember thinking like, Jesus.
I had an iPod Touch.
There you go.
That looked just like this. The only difference was obviously it just didn't make phone calls. Now, the first iPhone only supported 2G networks, which were significantly slower, obviously, than what we have going on today. So this meant that browsing on the web or loading any content was ridiculously slow. Of course, this stuff was a lot smaller back then as well. Did you know the original iPhone had a 2-megapixel camera with no video recording capability? While revolutionary for its time, its camera lagged behind other phones in features and quality. By comparison, the iPhone 14 Pro series made a massive leap from 12 to a 48-megapixel camera. So think about how far we've come there. And I believe this picture was taken with the original iPhone camera.
I mean, that's all they are now. It's just cameras,
Yeah.
no longer phones.
And finally, users could only run one app at a time with no ability to switch between apps or keep them running in the background. Even basic multitasking did not appear until the release of iOS 4 in 2010.
So the first iPhone I got was probably about 2012, 2013, and I didn't realize that you had to close like the apps down. I thought once you like just like went to a different one or whatever, it would automatically close it. And some girl I was dating at the time, she had a kid, and the kid was like playing games on my phone, and he's like, "Why do you have all these apps and windows open?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You got like 20 apps and windows open on here." I was like, "Well, how do you get rid of them?" He goes, "You just scroll up on them and they disappear." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well,
Like I was sitting there
somehow, right?
Yeah, I'm sitting there with like 20 different, apps and windows from the internet open, like draining my battery because I have no clue how to.
It's
how
just
to
all
close
kinds
them
of
out.
adult websites. Frank's like, whoa, what's going on there?
I don't even think it was. I can't remember, but it was funny.
I
Man.
like how your immediate response isn't no, it's I don't think so.
Well, I don't think it was. I mean, he didn't
You
say
never
like
know.
he didn't say, "Hey, look, Elizabeth Shue's boobies."
Yeah, it is. By the way, okay, so I was going to mention this to Frank while we were getting ready for the live stream, but I got some big news.
Big.
I'm finally able to play NHL hockey on my computer.
There you go.
I have been trying to find. So essentially, they don't make the NHL 2K games for the PC, or they don't even make it for the Nintendo Switch. Like I have a Nintendo Switch. I was hoping to get it on there. They don't make it because I guess the money's not there. However, after over a week of research and even looking up some where there's like an 8-bit kind of a hockey looking game that looks like it might be kind of fun. I finally just Googled it yesterday and I'm like, dude, just NHL 2K on PC. So Xbox and Microsoft have their cloud gaming platform now, which essentially is kind of one of those ways that you can play Xbox games on almost any device. So you don't have to have the physical Xbox itself. And you're not even downloading the games to your PC. You're live streaming the game. I played NHL hockey on my PC last night. It was great.
Nerd.
If they're in the background, they don't affect your battery. Yeah, they do affect your battery. anything that's running in the background is going to affect your battery. Now, it's not going to drain it as if it's open. But yeah, if something is open in the background, that's going to affect the battery life of the phone. So it's always in your best interest just to swipe up and clear out all the crap that you have that's going on there on your phone.
Funny, I still have that. I think that iPhone from that time, and it now like just the evolution of the screens. The entire phone fits into like the newer screens that you have, and its screen is probably like this big.
Yeah.
And it's wild how we used to look at those with a screen this big, watch videos and play whatever game apps we have, and now that
look at the
phone
size of it in this
fits
dude's
into the entire
hand.
screen.
I mean,
Yeah, is that Kai's hand?
no, that's a normal sized hand. I've tried. I think I've had like 3 different iPhones throughout the years. I'll go with an iPhone, and then I'll like it, and then I realize that, oh crap, this is one of the reasons why I hate iPhones. Is because when you get to the 2-year mark, is when the battery starts crapping out on you. Which, by the way, people forget Apple got busted for that.
Yep.
They were legitimately when they were putting in a software update, they were specifically making it drain your battery faster to get you to upgrade your fucking phone.
Yep.
So that's why I don't do Apple anymore. I'm all about Google Pixel. That's what it's all about. But whatever. All right, you ready, Frank? Moving on.
Moving on.
All right, things that you did not know about the underrated show. Third Rock from the Sun.
Underrated.
I'm going to call it underrated. I thought it's a fantastic show. The first episode aired on January 6th, 1996. It lasted 6 seasons with 139 episodes, wrapping up on May 22nd, 2001. When I saw the date that the last episode aired, do you know what the first thing that popped into my brain was?
You didn't realize it went that low?
No, I was like, oh, pre-September 11th.
Oh, there you go.
It's like, it wrapped up before the whole world changed. Now, the creators initially had a different tone in mind for the show. But once John Lithgow signed on, his larger-than-life comedic style inspired the writers to embrace more absurd and eccentric humor, shaping the show's identity. And then when William Shatner appeared as the big giant head, that was their boss, he shared a funny moment with John Lithgow referencing The Twilight Zone. This is the one I've brought up on the live stream a couple of times.
Yep.
Because both actors were in versions of the famous Nightmare at 20,000 Feet episode. So Lithgow is in the Twilight Zone movie. Shatner was in the original series. And I think it's this scene because they're at an airport here. And they both make the comment, did you see that thing on the wing of the plane? Which was a reference to The Twilight Zone. Now, John Lithgow and French Stewart, who played Harry, they often improvised their lines or physical comedy bits during filming. Their off-script contributions became some of the most memorable moments in the series. He was great in the show, man. I can understand why some people might rub people the wrong way a little bit, but I thought he was fantastic.
He got typecasted there too. He kind of disappeared after that. He was known as a squinting guy on that.
Yeah, and I remember Jimmy Fallon spoofing him on Saturday Night Live's Jeopardy. And in round 2, I'm gonna bloom. Is that thing? One of the funnier moments from this show that absolutely, I'm gonna describe it, and you're gonna be like, "That's not even that funny." But every time it ever came up, I would die laughing. And it's just a quick one-off because it's French Stewart and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, maybe. And they're getting ready to leave. And John Lithgow is like, hey, where are you guys going? And French Stewart goes, oh, we're going to the park to push over those Tai Chi people. I don't know why. Maybe because I do Tai Chi and stuff. That one always hit my funny bone hard, man. It was great. Did you know the Solomon's apartment in Third Rock from the Sun was designed with intentional quirks, such as the kitchen counter being slightly too high, to subtly emphasize their alien nature and their struggle to adapt to Earth's norms?
Okay.
It's these small little things that made this show brilliant. And finally, when the show ended after 6 seasons, the cast grew emotional filming the farewell scene. They had formed a close bond over the years, and John Lithgow later remarked how much he cherished the collaborative and joyous environment the show created. See, and I think that's one of the things that you can always, like, the shows that I almost always gravitate towards, you can tell when the cast gets along. Like, you hear this about, Scrubs, perfect example. Like, Zach Braff and Donald Faison are still best friends, and they don't do that show anymore. News Radio, you always heard how that they always got along. I do have one caveat, and that was Community, and that was simply because Chevy Chase was on it.
Oh, Chevy Chase.
Oh, good old Chevy Chase. Oh, wait, want to use this music for the next one. Hold on, Frank. Ready? Here we go.
That 90s cartoon like The Tick or something.
It just always reminds me of the Mask.
Oh.
Although I could definitely see like a 90s cartoon vibe going there. But now it is time for things that you did not know about Malcolm in the Middle. So the first episode aired on January 9th in the year 2000. Did you even try it that time?
In the year 2000.
Yeah! We got the whole thing that time. You can't pitch it up too high.
Likes my deep voice.
So Malcolm in the Middle lasted 7 seasons, 151 episodes. It wrapped up on May 14th, 2006. Now, unlike a lot of sitcoms at that time, Malcolm in the Middle broke away from the traditional laugh track format. This allowed for a more cinematic storytelling style, blending humor and drama seamlessly.
I didn't know it went to 06. I thought it was like 04 or something. That's wild.
Well, remember, yeah, he was super young when it started. I got a
I
picture
just
of him
remember-
coming up.
Yeah, it's like when the kids start getting older, it's like when a lot of people start tuning out those shows because they're just annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching Modern Family. And then you got the later years where you're like, who the hell are these kids?
Mm-hmm. They're just whiny adults now.
Pretty much. Bryan Cranston, who played Hal, was known for going all in for his role. In one episode, he was completely covered in thousands of live bees for a scene.
Yeah, not me.
He agreed to the stunt and wore minimal protection and did not get stung once.
I'm good.
Frankie Muniz, who played Malcolm, revealed years later that he doesn't remember much of the show due to memory loss from mini strokes. After the show, he transitioned into other pursuits, including race car driving and music.
What was the movie he was in where he turns Paul Giamatti blue with the Amanda Bynes?
Big Fat Liar, something like that.
There you go. Okay, sounds about right.
They always bring that up on the Universal Backlot tour because there's a scene where a flood comes and it like flushes Paul Giamatti away, and you're there when they bring in a fake flood in that area
To wash Giamatti away.
to wash Paul Giamatti.
You must get tired of that every day.
Justin Burfield, who played Reese, was as clueless in the kitchen in real life as his character was on the show. Although he eventually develops into a phenomenal cook on the show. During scenes where Reese cooks, the food was actually prepared by the prop department or catered because he admitted he wasn't making all that stuff. And that's not all that shocking. This does lead to one of my favorite moments in the show where he has this dish that needs to be taken out at this exact time. And as the timer goes off, he can't find the oven mitts. So he's freaking out, and he just grabs the hot-ass pan with his bare hands. And he's like, clear some space, clear some space, clear some space. And I think it's actually his older brother's girlfriend. And as he goes to the table, he goes, move the oven mitts, move the oven mitts. And he puts it down where the oven mitts are. Did you know Malcolm in the Middle's opening theme, Boss of Me, by They Might Be Giants, was written specifically for the show? It won a Grammy in 2002 for Best Song Written for a Motion Picture, Television, or Other Visual Media, becoming one of the most recognizable TV themes of that era.
Right.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now.
Yeah, they got the Baja Man and Eagle Eye Cherry on there.
Yeah, that's some good stuff right there, buddy. All right, Frank, I got a quiz for you. Are you ready for a quiz?
Ooh, quizzing.
Let's do this.
I left school, but let's go.
All of these albums are turning 35 years old this year. So basically what I have done is I have a picture that describes the title of an album from 1990. Can you guess the album? Are you ready?
Let's try.
First one.
From 90?
From 1990.
Two Live Crew.
What's the name of the album?
Me So Horny.
No, Jesus. What's the name of the album?
I don't remember.
What does the picture like basically say?
Oh, band across the USA.
Well, you're close.
Right.
Band in the USA.
Band in the USA. Yeah, the Beach Boys take off with Surfing in the USA.
There you go. All right, Band in the USA. All right, next picture, Frank. Again, truly, just if you sound out essentially what the pictures are showing you, you're going to get the name of the album.
I was 9. I'm just mesmerized by that steroid out smiley emoji.
You mean the one that looks like Squidward?
It's like a it's
handsome
like a
Squidward?
raisin, like a yellow California raisin.
Well, what is it?
I don't know.
What is it a picture of?
Well, it's a wall. And I
No,
think
no,
Pink
okay,
Floyd.
ignore the wall. I just put that there so
Ignore
it
the
wasn't
wall.
standard white background.
Oh, okay.
What is this?
A muscle sun.
Jesus Christ. Simpler. What has 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth?
I mean, a human. You got me lost on this one. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Okay, what is this person doing?
He's lifting weights.
Okay. You're not going to get this one.
No, remember I was
See,
9.
this is why
in 90.
I planned this one for Icky. He would have gotten it. It's facelift.
Alice in Chains. Oh, okay.
Facelift.
Hey, it's facelift.
There you go. Hey, Nightmare got it in the YouTube chat. Atta
Good
girl.
job, Nightmare.
All right, next one. Ready?
No, but yeah.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Oh. Why am I thinking Switchblade and it's not Switchblade? I'm 90.
So it's not a switchblade. It's a...
It's a razor blade.
Okay.
Is Nightmare no?
No, Anna guessed blade. It's not blade. It is a razor. There are people right now who are watching this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. Who are,
Oh, they're
their
probably
heads are
screaming and
exploding.
yelling. Oh, I'm sure they are. I was 9 in 1990, people, and didn't really pay attention to music. This was
All
for
right.
Icky.
All right, yeah,
I
it's
blame
true.
Icky.
Icky would have gotten this one, which is funny. Like I'm saying like he would easily do it, and then like next time we talk to him, be like, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Nightmare coming in strong. It's the Razor's Edge.
I didn't know AC/DC had a titled CD or album named The Razor's
Frank,
Edge.
go away.
Sorry.
Jesus. All right, 2 more.
I was
You ready?
9 years old. I think Milli Vanilli was still lip syncing.
All right, yeah. I was 10 when these came out. Like you're making it seem like I was like in my 20s when all this stuff was coming out.
I wasn't paying attention. I was
I didn't know.
still, like,
Okay,
listening
look,
to
I
it.
didn't know most of these albums either. I just know them now.
I don't know them now.
All right, we got 2 more. It's a rock album.
Clearly.
See if
So it's-
Nightmare's on fire right now. See if Nightmare
Something
can,
with the Devils
can get it again. No. I mean, where does the devil live?
in Hell.
Okay. And what are those little guys?
Cowboys.
Okay.
Hell, Highway to Hell?
Jesus. It's Pantera's Cowboys from Hell.
Yeah, I damn sure would have never got that.
I believe Tenacious D not around in 1990, Anna. All right, final one.
They might
Okay,
have just been started.
if you don't get this one,
I won't.
I don't know what the hell to do because this one is blatantly goddamn obvious.
I won't. So let's just not set our heights and aspirations too high here.
Can you guess which album from 1990 this picture describes.
No. Mama said knock you out. That's LL Cool J.
Oh, I like how the lack of confidence, man. Yeah, Mama said knock you out.
Maybe
Well
maybe
done.
it should be. I probably wouldn't know the rock stuff. I probably would have known like all the other stuff that 9-year-olds would have known at that time.
Yeah. I will see. We're gonna do some more of this. Like I'm gonna get to this coming up for like 1995, 2000, things like that. And I need to pattern it. Like again, this was I designed this one for Icky, but he wasn't able to make it on the live stream tonight. So there's
Icky's
another
fault.
one. Huh?
Said it's Icky's fault.
Yeah, it's all Icky's fault.
Go yell at him,
Ow.
commenter people.
He's a
Losers.
busy dude, man. He's a busy dude. But now we get to some fun AI stuff there, Frank. But we gotta listen to some ska first. You ready for some ska?
Uh-huh.
I could literally just let that play over and over and over again.
That was
But I
like
won't.
a short-lived music genre, wasn't it?
Ska. It's still around.
I mean, it had its like moment.
Oh, don't. Anna says if you do 2000s, count me in. Don't worry. We're going to do more of this. It's just, I got to pace myself. Like the problem is I get an idea like this and then I want to do all of it in one live stream. And I have to remember like just ease into it. Like we did this last live stream where we had AI basically
The movies.
poorly explain movies from specific years, movies that are celebrating anniversaries coming up here in hold on, I need some background music because I'm gonna be typing. Hold
Cracking away at the keys.
on. Yeah, hold on here. Let me see here because I totally spaced on getting the dates that these were released. So let me fill that in. But yeah, so essentially what I've done here is I have movies, and I asked AI to really poorly describe them. So, and then Frank has to guess what it is. Oops. This is when it would be great if Frank found his voice and helped fill in. I'll do this.
What do
Instead
you
of
want me to
sitting
talk
there
about?
silently.
Sorry, I was looking at something.
Because this is the
Just like-
time to look at things.
All of ADD. It's a killer. All your favorite episodes of Seinfeld have been on the last couple of days that you were talking about last stream. Found that kind of funny. You wished them into existence.
That's what I do,
Manifested
baby.
them. Manifested, I guess you could say. Oh, I was trying to introduce my nieces to the cartoon The Tick.
Oh, yeah.
Did not go over well. They were
Yeah.
uninterested.
It's really, it's really iffy when you introduce things to your kids. Like I even did a post about this, where one of the things that you absolutely have to do, if there's something that you're going to introduce your kid to that you enjoyed as a kid, you have to make sure that they're in a good mood. Because if they're already in a bit of a pissy mood, whatever you show them, they're not going to like. And then it could ruin that thing forever, where they're never going to enjoy it.
Or you tell them that you don't like it and it sucks, but you watch it and then they want to like it because you say you don't like it. I did get Captain Ron in the thing, and they claimed that they started doing this thing where I'd ask them what movies they'd seen, and then I'd call them out, and they just would say yeah. And then I realized like 10 or 15 deep, they were just saying yeah to say yeah to like every movie. It was like, you guys have really seen all these? Yeah. So you've seen all the
How old
Ernest
are they?
movies? Yeah. One's about 15, one's 10, and the other's 7.
Oh, yeah, they're bored with you. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, man, they got their tablets, they're glued into playing on their phones and stuff.
Now, see, that's one thing that we've taken pride in with my kid is that we are pretty strict when it comes to electronics.
No tablet time?
She has a tablet, but it's it basically just kind of sits there now. She doesn't even get to use it. And I mean, one of the problems is she constantly gets in trouble because she makes the wrong choices, and so she gets things taken away.
All right.
And she still, unfortunately, hasn't learned the lesson. Like, hey, if I don't sneak that giant candy bar that Dad's obviously going to notice is gone. If I don't do that, then I can not only have a bite of it later, but I also get to keep my tablet.
But I mean, maybe you forget it's there, you know?
No. Oh, man, this one did not come out in 2005. Crap. All right. All right, well, one of these movies is not in the correct year because I didn't properly do all my research first. But you ready, Frank?
Yep. Congo.
Good movie, by the way.
It's all right.
Mr. Hermosa, stop eating my sesame cake. Don't you remember that movie?
Tim Curry. Yeah, Tim Curry.
Great. He's sitting there, he's eating the dude's cake.
He's like,
it's the guy from Gone in 60 Seconds. I always forget that actor's name. Oh, that's one we're gonna do. So you keep seeing these memes pop up where it's like, you know, these are all the actors who you recognize, but you don't know their names, and it's a lot of people who play big parts. Yeah, I'm gonna take that, and then we're gonna quiz Frank and see if he can if he knows who they actually are.
That guy from that movie.
That one guy that plays Hector in every movie.
Yeah.
You know exactly who I'm talking about when I say that, too.
Yeah, everybody does.
All right, here we go. These upcoming movies are going to be celebrating their 30th anniversary coming up in 2005. And what I have done is I asked AI to give a really poor synopsis of the movies. And Frank is going to have to guess what movie we're talking about based on the poor synopsis. Number one.
Alrighty.
Are you ready, Frank?
Uno, papi.
Can you guess this 1995 movie based on a poorly written summary by AI?
Mm-hmm.
Two aimless guys spend the day wandering a labyrinthine... I knew that one was always going to trip me up. Two aimless guys spend the day wandering a labyrinthine structure filled with odd rituals, bizarre contests, and unsolicited wisdom from a cryptic sage. Amid the chaos, their tangled personal quests collide with a mysterious broadcast and a showdown over relationship questions, ultimately reshaping their destinies in ways no one understands.
Why does Stay Tuned come to mind?
Julie Jules knows what's up. What's up, man? He's in the chat. He knew exactly who I was talking about when I brought up Hector. Now, Frank, what's the movie?
I've lost my train of thought now. I thought you were going to say Jules knew the movie. I was like, oh, no. Well, just...
You want me to read it to you one more time?
Yeah.
Two aimless guys spend the day wandering a labyrinthine structure filled with odd rituals, bizarre contests, and unsolicited wisdom from a cryptic sage. Amid the chaos, their tangled personal quests collide with a mysterious broadcast and a showdown over relationship questions, ultimately reshaping their destinies in ways no one understands.
I'm drawing a blank.
Nobody in the chat's even fired at this one. So
yeah, I'm trying to think 95, and I can't think of any movies like that. And I know it's going to be something like, holy crap, I should know that. But
okay. So last week it was almost too easy for Frank.
Right.
We did 16 of these, and he got 15 of them right. So as I put this through,
he turned up the level.
I had to make it a little more difficult for Frank. But the movie that we are discussing, Mallrats.
Ah.
Was it that moment?
I was thinking like Mallrats, like when you first said two guys, and I was thinking that, but then I just went completely away from it and started thinking Stay Tuned, and I was like locked in on Stay Tuned for some reason.
Oh my God, Stay Tuned. Such a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
All right. By the way, Mallrats released October 20th, 1995. All right, Frank, ready for the next one?
Stink handshake. Huh?
You stink palm him. You what? You stink palm him. So gross, dude. It's so gross. Can you guess this 1995 movie based on the poorly written summary by AI? A group of mismatched individuals, led by a jealous leader and a newcomer with identity issues, embarks on a perilous journey to escape captivity. Along the way, they confront existential crises, navigate strange alliances, and rediscover their purpose, all while avoiding the clutches of a malevolent villain.
From 95.
From 95. I can read it again. I changed one word in it that might give it away.
Okay, go ahead.
A group of mismatched individuals, led by a jealous leader and a newcomer with identity issues, embarks on a perilous journey to escape captivity. Along the way, they confront existential crises, navigate strange alliances, and rediscover their purpose, all while avoiding the clutches of a malevolent child.
Oh, it's Toy Story.
Heyo!
I was going like I was thinking like I was trying to think of cartoon movies that came out in '95. Yeah, when you said the toys, I got it.
Anna guessed Alice in Wonderland. What Alice in Wonderland came out in
Child,
1995?
I mean, there've been quite a few that come out.
Well, Toy Story was released November 22nd, 1995. All right, next one here, Frank.
Mhm.
Can you guess the name of this 1995 movie based on this poorly written summary by AI? A reclusive investigator, haunted by a past failure, is drawn out of isolation to solve a high-stakes disappearance involving ancient rituals, political tensions, and a sacred artifact. With danger lurking in the jungle, his unconventional methods spark chaos, but ultimately reveal an unexpected connection to his own redemption. I think I might have made these ones too hard.
I thought I was hearing like water noise.
Oh my god!
I swear to God, I thought I heard like something dripping. I don't know if it's raining outside, but I swear I thought I heard some dripping. They go. Is the jungle's part of it?
Yeah.
Why am I thinking Congo?
It's not. It's remember, a reclusive investigator, haunted by a past failure.
I don't know, dude. Jesus Christ. There's no way I would have thought.
No!
Ace Ventura. No way, dude. Oh, man.
All right, next one. Here we go. By the way, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, released November 10th, 1995. Here we go. Next one. Can you guess the name of this 1995 movie based on the poorly written summary from AI? A well-meaning socialite navigates a web of romantic entanglements and class struggles while mentoring a newcomer in a meticulously curated environment. Amid miscommunications, a surprising bond with a familiar figure leads to unexpected personal growth. All set against the backdrop of a complex hierarchical system and endless wardrobe changes. 1995.
That's not Tu Wong Fu, is it?
It is not.
There's a lot of wardrobe changes going on.
There is a lot of wardrobe changes in Tu Wong Fu.
From 95. It's gonna be something like so simple too, but I like these are like taking me deep into the depths of the movies of that time period, and it's just like the simplest thing.
All right. Well, if anybody's getting these before Frank does, make sure you guys are commenting below. A
Yeah, go
well-meaning
ahead,
socialite navigates a web of romantic entanglements and class struggles while mentoring a newcomer in a meticulously curated environment. Amid miscommunications, a surprising bond with a familiar figure leads to unexpected personal growth. All set against the backdrop of a complex hierarchical system and endless wardrobe changes.
Is that that like teen drama where Ryan Felipe and
My wife's watching. Oh, and Richie's here. What's up, guys? See, my wife got it, but I tested this one out on her last time.
what was it?
It's Clueless.
Cruel Intentions?
Oh, it's Clueless. Frank, so far, 1 for 4 on the 1995 movies. All right,
I think
last
I'm just
one.
overthinking these.
Probably.
Honestly.
All right, here we go. Can you guess this 1995 movie based on the poorly written summary by AI? Two opposites with a knack for chaos team up to recover a missing treasure, dodging betrayal, fiery encounters, and a relentless nemesis. Their partnership is tested as mistaken identities and high-stakes schemes unravel in a city teetering on the edge of total anarchy. Explosions and banter ensue.
95.
1995.
That's not Batman Forever, is it?
It is not Batman Forever.
Kiss from a Rose?
Wrong button. There you go. You get this, Frank. That's for you. Hey, Richie, this is for you, buddy. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah. We're always hitting the wrong button.
I meant to give you this. All right, you want it one
One
more
more
time?
time.
Okay,
Yeah,
two
one more time.
opposites with a knack for chaos team up to recover a missing treasure, dodging betrayal, fiery encounters, and a relentless nemesis. Their partnership is tested as mistaken identities and high-stakes schemes unravel in a city teetering on the edge of total anarchy. Explosions and banter ensue.
That's not Face Off, is it?
It is not Face Off.
I don't know.
If I were to go Mike Lowry,
Oh, God. Okay.
what is it? What is it?
Bad Boys.
There you go.
I thought that was 94.
Bad Boys released April 7th, 1995.
I thought that was 94 for some reason.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for 1995. You ready to move on to 2000?
What was the treasure? Was it cocaine?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Well,
That is
it
treasure
was
down there.
because remember the mistaken identities is like Taya Leone
Yeah,
thinks
when
that,
she's with
that Martin Lawrence is
Martin Lawrence,
him
Mike
and
Lowry. Yeah.
the dog's shitting all over the carpet and
Yeah. Oh.
all right, let me get some music here. All right, Frank.
What?
I got 5 movies here from 2005 that are poorly described by AI. I'm going to read you the description. You need to give me the movie. And actually, it's 4 movies from 2005 and 1 from 2004 because I screwed up the dates.
Ah.
All right. So first one. Oh, wait, hold on. Anna needs a... Where is it?
I ate a gummy.
There you go.
I ate a gummy.
Little span man. All right. Can you guess this 2005 movie based on the poorly written description by AI? A once promising hero grapples with forbidden love, political intrigue, and a persuasive mentor's dark ambitions. As tensions ignite a war, loyalties fracture, leading to a fiery showdown and the rise of an armored figure whose destiny reshapes an empire. Amid the chaos, twins hold the key to an uncertain future. Come on, Frank.
Fast and Furious 3.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. A once promising hero grapples with forbidden love, political intrigue, and a persuasive mentor's dark ambitions. As tensions...
Well, I think it's... I almost want to think Batman Begins.
No. As
But-
tensions ignite a war, loyalties fracture, leading to a fiery showdown and the rise of an armored figure whose destiny reshapes an empire. Amid the chaos, twins hold the key to an uncertain future.
I'm
Come
still
on.
drawing a blank.
Oh my God. Are you effing kidding me?
No. 2005, 20 years ago. Oh, hey, look, it's episode 3 of Star Wars.
Jesus. I even emphasized empire.
Man, I'm thinking like, Japanese, like guy with like crazy armor outfit, which, I mean, Star Wars was basically samurai.
Star Wars
samurai.
Revenge of the Sith released May 19th, 2005. I remember I was in Eugene at the time, and I worked middays for NRQ in Eugene, and my boss let me duck out. Like I just recorded my shift, and I went with Icky, and we went and watched the movie during the day. And then we
Saw it
went
twice.
there. There was a kid, honest to God, there was a kid having a full-on lightsaber fight with himself, like down this hallway at the mall.
Do you remember that Burger King got the toys for that movie?
Oh,
and
dude,
like
I
they
bought 'em
did
all.
like a span. Oh, I have them all too in my closet somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did the thing first where I actually went to Burger King and I would get like the kids meal. I'd go there for like lunch every day and dinner for like a solid 2 weeks, and I got completely just turned off of Burger King food, and I realized, hey, dumbass, just go on eBay and buy all the stuff.
Well, you
from
can just go
eBay.
ask for the toy. You don't have to get the meal, right?
No, I was unaware of that.
Yeah, that's what I did. When I went, like, I would go to the drive-thru at Burger King, and it was like, hey, what toys do you have in? And they would, say, I got these ones, and I'm like, give me those ones, and then you bought them separately.
How much did you pay?
I don't remember. It wasn't a lot, though.
I thought
All
about
right.
doing that, like walking in and going, I got a 20. Can I get one of each of the toys?
They probably would do it. All right, here we go, Frank. Next one. Can you guess this 2005 movie based on the poorly written description by AI?
Probably not.
A privileged orphan, disillusioned by corruption, trains in a remote mountain enclave before returning to a city in decay. Armed with newfound skills, he confronts a mysterious toxin, a masked adversary, and a mentor's betrayal, all while struggling to balance vengeance with an identity cloaked in shadow and fear.
That's Batman Begins.
There you go.
Rachel!
Where is he? Oh, that was Dark Knight, actually.
Doesn't matter. It still works.
All right. Can you guess this 2005 movie based on the poorly written AI description? A reserved collector finds his quiet life disrupted by a group of... A reserved collector finds his quiet life disrupted by a group of eccentric peers determined to change his fate. Amid a series of awkward encounters, musical interludes, and a quest involving candles, he discovers unexpected truths about connection, confidence, and himself, all while avoiding disastrous missteps with surprising grace.
Is that one of the Harry Potters?
No, it is not.
I was going to say, because I haven't watched any of those. I wouldn't know.
You want it one more time?
One more time.
A reserved collector finds his quiet life disrupted by a group of eccentric peers determined to change his fate. Amid a series of awkward encounters, musical interludes, and a quest involving candles, he discovers unexpected truths about connection, confidence, and himself, all while avoiding disastrous missteps with surprising grace.
I'm going to bat like 0 tonight.
I can tell you that the candles part is actually just wax.
That still doesn't help.
Like waxing.
Waxing? Wax on, wax off? Oh. Okay. 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah. He's the reserved collector. This scene gets me in stitches every goddamn time, especially with Power. He goes, "That's great, man."
He was doing it for real too.
Yeah.
They said like, and that girl was not an actual like, she was an actress, and she was actually
Just
screwing up because she had no clue. Yeah, she had no clue what she was doing.
My wife says Guardians of the Galaxy. No, dear, it's not Guardians of the Galaxy.
About 9 years too early.
All right, next one. Can you guess this 2005 movie based on the poorly written AI description? Two charismatic grifters infiltrate elaborate social events, blending in seamlessly to pursue their own agendas. Their bond is tested when one falls for a target, entangling them in a whirlwind of deception, eccentric family dynamics, and an existential debate about commitment, all while evading exposure in increasingly chaotic situations.
Wedding Crashers.
There you go.
I almost said Wedding Singer.
All right, last one. This one's actually from 2004 because I screwed up the dates. I'm not sure how I did that.
Hey.
It happens. All right. Poorly written AI description of this movie from 2004. Frank has to guess what it is. A history enthusiast teams up with a tech-savvy partner and a reluctant skeptic to decipher cryptic clues hidden in iconic landmarks. Pursued by adversaries, they race against time to uncover a secret that could rewrite history, all while questioning loyalty, legacy, and the true cost of obsession.
National Treasure with Nicolas Cage.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. That's my Nicolas Cage. You like that? The bees!
If you watch that movie, like you can tell like he had plugs in like the first part of his hair right there. Yeah,
there.
but there's that one where he's in the office with that Secret Service agent or whoever she is, and you can just see like the camera angle, like it's just hole, 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 hole. It's like, damn, they didn't even try to hide that from him. They just put it out there.
Now, look, considering my wife is watching this live stream, I need to bring this up. I've tried watching this with the family on multiple occasions because I think it's a good, fun family movie that we would all enjoy, and I get shot down every time. I'm just saying. I'm not throwing you under the bus, dear.
They don't like the cage?
I'm not really sure why. Maybe I'm just asking at the wrong time. But on that note, we got one more segment. Frank, you ready?
Yeah. Movies, right?
Bradley Cooper celebrates a birthday January 5th, 1975. So we're going to do a little movie draft. And what we're trying to do here is we are trying to come up with the ultimate triple feature. Now, we are doing it draft style. So once a movie is chosen, it is off the board. So you don't get to pick it. And we need to go to IMDb for the third one here. And I have one I think that's going to kind of come out of left field. It's a good movie.
All right.
Let's go Bradley Cooper movies ranked. We're going to go here. And Frank, you know what? Since you were such a sport in that last segment, I'll let you go first.
All right.
What is your first Bradley Cooper movie?
Well, I'm gonna take Hangover.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yep. I mean, he was great in that movie.
There's a jungle cat in the bathroom.
Hold on. Oh
He's not kidding. There's a fucking tiger in there.
Mike Tyson still got it.
Still got it. Dude, are you kidding? Alan took a punch from Mike Tyson. Ah, crap. Now I don't know what I'm going to do for... Actually, you know what? I know what I know what I'm going with. It's a sadder movie. But, you know, you got to go American Sniper.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah, it's a little sad, but it's a great movie. And we are now moving over to IMDb's list. So they get to go with Silver Linings Playbook.
Okay, never seen it.
Really?
Yep, just never really, struck my fancy.
Isn't that the one that got her the Oscar?
Academy Award.
And then coming in at number 2, Maestro. I think my wife and I watched the first 5 minutes of that, and then we fell asleep. Not to say it's a bad movie. We just not in the right mindset when it came to that one.
It's a talkie.
It's a talkie. And then I am going to swoop in, and I got to grab Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
The first one. Although I thought about going with the third one because the third one really is kind of the Rocket.
Yeah, storyline.
Yeah, it's his kind of backstory, but the first one's just so darn good.
Yeah, it's really good.
So there you go. See, my wife got it right. She typed in Guardians of the Galaxy in the YouTube chat. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, Frank, you get to go back to back now, my man.
Okay, well, my next one, I'm going to go with Limitless. I know some people don't like that one, but I thought that was the concept of that movie and everything. I thought it was good. Plus, it kind of put him on the role for serious. Then I know people aren't big fans of this movie, but the A-Team, I don't know what it is about that, but I'll watch it.
Look, I'm going to be completely honest. I was going to possibly pick the A-Team.
And him in that movie is just great.
Yeah.
Like he's perfect in that movie. And I mean, I understand why they didn't make a second one, but at the same time, I don't know why they didn't make a second one.
Well,
Plus,
see,
the other
thing.
guy in there, the crazy dude, was fantastic.
Like isn't that that's the guy from
District 9.
Yeah, from District 9.
Yeah.
But the thing that you could definitely tell that they were trying to do is they were looking to essentially move the A-Team without Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Because the way that it ends is it's all Bradley Cooper kind of coming up with the plan. Now, of course, they would possibly have to get a new somebody to replace Quentin Rampage. Because have you seen him lately?
He chubsed.
Yeah, you can tell.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. That was almost 12 years ago. I think a movie came out.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like in general,
yeah,
it would have been nice.
I think it bombed.
See, now here's the interesting thing, because there are really obvious movies that should be chosen. And so I have to pick the one that I was going to go with regardless, because there's two Actually, 3, I think, that probably should make it onto a triple feature list, but it's not going to. No, I'm going with The Midnight Meat Train.
Okay. I've never even heard of it.
A lot of people have not. And it's a crazy movie. I remember my old roommate, Steve.
Sounds like a porn.
Brought this up. Then that's actually, what's his face? Vinny Jones.
Yeah.
That's him.
I can see the definition of his forehead. Yep.
And my old roommate, Steve, got like a bootleg copy of it or something. And he was like, dude, you got to watch this movie. You got to watch this movie. And he kept bringing it up. And I never really got around to it until a couple of years later. And then I had some extra time and I saw that it was on. And oh my God, it is it's a crazy movie. It's a mind F, but it's a great movie. All right. Let me see here. For the IMDb list, it does not have A Star Is Born next. Kind of shocking.
That was all right. I wasn't. I mean, he basically was himself.
It's also not Nightmare Alley.
Yeah, I think that one kind of confused people. I don't like some people. That's one of those again. You either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
Like, there's no in between.
Some other ones that could get brought up here for Bradley Cooper. You got The Place Beyond the Pines.
That's actually a good movie. I actually own that one. I think somewhere. That was good. But the guys, he gets knocked off.
Of course, you have all of the. You have Infinity War,
right?
And you have Endgame. All the Rocket Raccoon ones. But the one that's going to be going on this list here for IMDb, oddly enough, is American Hustle.
American Hustle. That was a good movie.
So here's what we have, ladies and gentle beans. Bradley Cooper movie draft. Frank's got The Hangover, Limitless, and The A-Team. I have American Sniper, Guardians of the Galaxy, and The Midnight Meat Train. And then IMDb, their list goes Silver Linings Playbook, Maestro, and American Hustle. But on that note, that's going to do it for tonight's live stream, everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your night. Make sure that you guys are safe and sound when it comes to New Year's Eve coming up tomorrow. We're actually going to the Sun Bowl tomorrow, which is going to be a lot of fun. Louisville taking on Washington. Louisville. I have a weird work week this week where I literally have Wednesday off. So I work Monday and Tuesday, and then I go back for Thursday and Friday.
Nice.
Don't mind it because my job's awesome. But yeah, so have yourselves a fantastic rest of your week. Have a happy and safe New Year's, and we will be back on normal schedule next week where we will be on at Wednesday. So make sure that you guys mark your calendars there. We're going back to Wednesdays. Icky might join us, he might not. And I also got to reach out to Alan because I know that he is looking to get back in here kind of once his whole schedule sort of settles down. But on that note, have yourselves a fantastic night. See you, everybody.